Could you say your name and your birthday?
Elmer, Kliner, 10/14/27.
Where were you born?
Here in town,
Okay.
in the old hospital across the river,
Which war did you serve in?
World War II,
Which branch of service?
Navy,
What was your rank?
in Seaman First Class.
Where did you serve?
Where did I serve? Well, aboard one ship almost all the way through. And the name of the ship was Kenneth Whiting AV-14. It's a seaplane tender.
Were you drafted or did you enlist?
I was, well, I guess you can say both. They decided they needed more men for the Navy at the time when I was thinking about getting drafted. And so then I enlisted in the Navy.
What did your family think about that?
Well, you know, I was going to get drafted anyway, so that just wasn't anything to think about.
What were you doing in Warren at the time? Were you working or going to school?
I was farming with my dad.
Okay. What were your first days like in the service? Do you remember your boot camp experience or?
Boot camp, I guess you can say that was a little bit tough because we weren't used to none of that. And, the first year or two, I think we spent 3 years, if I remember, in training, and that involved almost everything.
Where did you go for that training?
San Diego.
Okay. Had you ever been to California before then?
No, I haven't. That was something new for me.
Did you like it?
No.
How come?
Well, you know, it was, when you were in training, it was one thing after another. You didn't know what was going to come next. You know, it's kind of tough as far as trying to remember everything. And actually, I don't. I'm forgetting all that.
How old were you when you went into
18.
the Navy? 18? Okay. After boot camp, where did you go?
Then we went straight to Camp Decatur in San Diego. And that's where the training began.
Okay. When did you get on the ship?
Now that I couldn't remember.
Okay. Okay. Did you see combat?
No.
Do you have any specific memories from your time in the Navy?
Well, we were in, half of us were from South Carolina, North Carolina, and the rest were from North Dakota, South Dakota. It was kind of split that way, if I remember right. And that never changed until I got out. Otherwise, I never did get off of the ship.
Where did the ship go?
It went to the middle of nowhere. I suppose. Well, I can remember we stopped in Hawaiian Islands for about a week, and then on to the islands that we were assigned to.
Okay. Did you ever get seasick or anything like
no.
that?
No, I never did. No.
How did you stay in touch with your family?
Writing.
Okay. Do you remember what the food was like on the ship?
The food was okay.
Did you ever feel pressure or stress while you were serving?
No.
How did people entertain themselves on the ship?
Whatever you could do.
Yeah. um, so how many years were you in the Navy?
2.
Do you remember what your last days of service were like when you found out you were gonna go home?
Yes, I can. I can remember that. We were going to be shipped to San Francisco, and that's where we got the discharge. And that's about all I remember about that.
Okay. So when you got back home, what did you do?
Back to farming.
Okay. What kind of farming?
Grain,
Right. Okay.
cattle,
Okay.
dairy herd.
Like, did you make any
yes,
friends?
a lot of them. Oh yes. Oh yeah, a lot of them. One of my best friends was a Chippewa Indian. Spent a lot of time with him, and he was from Minnesota, southern Minnesota.
Did you ever meet up with him after you got out?
Oh yes, quite a bit.
Did you join any veterans organizations?
The Legion, and that's about it.
Did you farm your entire life after getting out of the service?
Yeah.
Did you attend any reunions?
Yeah, a couple of them, yes. But it was always, you never traveled that far really in those days. You had to go by car. Yeah, I attended a reunion a couple of times in Minneapolis, but I don't remember any more than that.
Did you ever go on the honor flight?
Oh yes.
What did you think of that?
That was a really an honor flight. That was something super. Actually got more out of that than being in the Navy.
Yeah. Do you have any specific memories about what made that really special?
No, not really anything different. It was a two-day thing, I think. We flew down there one day, and next day we flew back. It was an experience, really, it was. You got to see more there than you did when I was in the Navy. For one thing, I couldn't wait to get home after I spent 2 years on the same ship. It wasn't something that I hated and nothing like that. But it was different, yes. It was not my life. That's all. It was. When you volunteer for something like that, you volunteered, and that was all there is to it.
Did you have any siblings, brothers that went into the Navy or the Army?
My younger brother went in the Navy.
Okay.
Volunteered.
After you did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did he have similar responsibilities in the Navy, or did he?
He was a fireman aboard ship. That's you just take care of the furnace. And he just passed away here about a month ago. He was in there 4 years. That's when the Korean War broke out, and he had to stay for another year. Well, I don't remember that much anymore about it because it's been quite a while ago. I know we were out about 5 miles from the island when the bomb went off. And then we went into it a little bit too soon when we were supposed to go in there yet, so I was exposed to radiation according to the experts. And I might have future problems. Well, nothing bothers me at all.
So what island are you referring to when you say the island?
Marshall Island.
Marshall Island, okay, okay.
That's kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. Yeah.
And we were out about, I suppose about 5 miles away from the island. when the bomb went off.
Did you see it? Did you see the cloud?
Oh yeah,
What were you thinking when you saw that?
I had no idea.
Did you know that the U.S. had those capabilities? I mean, to have that bomb and to do all that destruction there. I mean, did you know that? Did you know something like that was going to be happening, or was it?
Well, they didn't tell you anything really. I saw the bomb go off, and that's about it. And that's all they would tell you.
I bet even 5 miles from that, probably it looked pretty big.
Oh yes, it was big. That I can remember.
Do you remember any of the reactions that your fellow soldiers had? I mean, any of your friends on board? Do you remember what you were talking about after that happened, or, you know?
No.
Okay.
It was a secret. You didn't talk about much. It was a secret.
Wow, I can't imagine. I couldn't imagine seeing that in real life. That must have been shocking.
It was. You know, you didn't expect what to happen. You couldn't even imagine what might have happened. Something could have went wrong, and something, who knows what, half of us maybe could have been killed. I had no idea. That they didn't tell you. You did what you were told, and that was it. Then I had the officer personnel boat that would go back and forth to the island, and just back and forth with the scientists. Even after the bomb, and we went in there a little bit too quick, they tell me. That's where I was exposed. But so far, no problems.
So, was the bomb on your ship?
Oh no.
No? Okay. It left from somewhere else.
5 miles away.
Okay. No, but did the plane leave your ship with the bomb?
No, that was a little bit different. I have no idea where the plane came from. That I couldn't tell you.
Okay. And so the doctors said that you were probably exposed to radiation, and you haven't felt any of those effects. But did you have any other injuries while you were in the Navy?
No.
Okay. Other than the explosion on Marshall Island, did you see anything else that you just will never forget?
Well, I know they blew it all to hell, I know that. That's about it. It was a small island. I don't know what in the world the Japanese thought that they were getting into when they took that small island like that. I have no idea. It was a small island in the middle of nowhere. I just can't remember that much anymore. It's just, actually, when I got home, I tried to get it out of my mind, but that doesn't work always the best. And that was one thing that I tried to do, get it out of my mind. You were told what to do and what steps to take and where to go and where not to go and where to go and where to be on time and where not. And I had to get out of that notion, And I did okay after I got home. And then we went through WWII training, farm training. And I got treated real well. I can't complain. And so far, I'm still alive.